I felt that moment. And ever since that, I started to try to catch it. What is the mean I can catch, right? And to my surprise, what I had been doing since childhood was at disposal, was at absolute help. And then I decided that time that I am going to practice meditation much deeper. I'm going to ask myself a question, what is meditation? I'm going to make sure that I can utilize it for maximum for my benefit, to let go of past. And then when I'm out of it, or if I'm out of, even on the way to out of it, I'm going to start sharing with the people. So 2015 until 2019 January, I did it. And then I felt, now I'm ready to share with people. That's when I started Sujan Speaks. And that is the main reason behind starting Sujan Speaks, professionally helping folks like us to make sure. Now, but let me not get carried away with this. The reason we are here today is to talk about meditation, right? Meditation is nothing but, there is a lot of confusion. What is meditation, right? I don't get it. I feel so much confused. When I close my eyes, even I close my eyes, all the thoughts starts attacking me. Do I attack them back? Do I watch them? Or what do I do with them, right? So here's the answer. We cannot control our thoughts. First thing we have to understand today. When we say, I want to control my thoughts, here is what we are saying. When you stand on the bay or on the seashore, you are saying, I'm going to control entire ocean. It is as good as that. And I'll tell you why. Mind has been evolved for millions of years. It's not just 44 years old. Oh my God, I'm 44. I just realized. But anyways, I was 43 3 days back. But mind has been evolving for more than our age. It has been the way it is, and it will be the way it is been evolved. And hence it has been evolving for so long. There is nothing perfect about it. The evolution has given us what we have today to make best out of it and move on and use it for our benefit. But that comes with a price. There are a lot of conflicts. There is a lot of identification with ourselves, to the mind and to the body. Now let's examine, what does it really mean? The moment we close our eyes and we start watching our breathing, what really happens? Why breathing is so important based on Eastern wisdom traditions, right? In India, in Vedanta, and so many different places, even in Sufism, in Eastern Chinese medicine, Buddhism, every religion and theology and all these people have given importance to focusing on your breathing. And we are pioneer because we had been doing this in India since Mohenjo-daro and all those civilizations many, many years back. So why it is so important? Why Shankara gave his entire life understanding what is breathing, right? What is pranayama? So the effect of breathing on mind and body, let's discuss that. When we start watching our breathing, there are three things: breathing, mind, and body, right? We voluntarily can start with breathing. When you close your eyes, watch your breathing. The breathing we are watching, it has effect on body. When you have that effect on your body, there's something called parasympathetic nervous system. You might have heard this before. There is a sympathetic nervous system, and then there is a parasympathetic nervous system. The we want to go to parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is when there is a fight and flight, right? Deepak and I, or any one of you, when you start talking in front of people, you're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Then that sympathetic stimulation turns into parasympathetic. That means after 2 to 3 minutes of standing in front of 2,000 people, you normalize into parasympathetic. Then you feel comfortable. You feel you are right there. Your body handles the blood pressure. It regulates the blood pressure. It regulates the heartbeat. It regulates your respiration. And the place we want to be at is called equanimity. The equanimity is nothing but homeostasis. We are in alignment with the order of universe. And that's the main theory Vedanta has explained us why, what is yoga, how the universe is set, and with the help of pranayama, how we align ourselves with this order, the universe. And that's how the vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve we have, has the maximum branches of parasympathetic nervous system, which is the longest one, which runs from base of the cranium all through the viscera, chest, abdomen, and pelvic. And that is the most controlling nerve. This is not made up. This is not me. This is the science. This is the fact. Meditation has tremendous effect on the vagus nerve. People even have vagal nerve hack. You want to hack your vagus nerve. Why? Because you want to stimulate more in the parasympathetic branch of vagus nerve, so you feel cool, calm, and composed. Now that's first thing, right? Effect on the body. We talked about body. What is vagus nerve? It's part of body. What is blood pressure? Part of body. What is pulse and everything? Part of body. Respiration. So homeostasis. You might have heard this word in 6th grade or 7th grade. Homeostasis is being alive, being blissful, being harmoniously living, right? Where there is no tension, when there is no fight and flight, there is no inflammation. Sympathetic nervous system gives out cytokines in your bloodstream, which causes inflammation of organs or things in our body, which is also stimulates steroids. But parasympathetic stimulates ananda hormones, like Dr. Deepak Chopra famously says, when we stimulate with the help of pranayama, the parasympathetic nervous system, it helps to stimulate hormones, which brings equanimity in our mind. We start that with breathing. The second question is, the next part is, when it has effect on body. So first breathing, second body. Now that body takes over slowly the mind. When we keep doing the pranayama or the watching of the breathing for some time, we calm down with the help of our parasympathetic nervous system, the body. So the body is having the best resources of pranayama. Then that moves on to, so body takes over the breathing. The next part is breathing, the mind. The mind takes over the body and the breathing. So the first, breathing is taking over the body and mind. Next, when we do it enough, body is taking over the mind and breathing. Then when it comes to mind, the mind is taking over the breathing and the body. That's the place we want to be. Now this is all theory. The question we get, this is the effect on mind. Now when we talk about mind, first thing we come across, thoughts, right? Where does thought come from? The past, the images, the memories. He was so bad with me. She was so this with me. It doesn't have to be husband or wife. You want a problem at workplace. You were just going to a restaurant, somebody lost your cool. You know, any and every sort of those things starts coming to your mind. Next question is, how I control it. Personally, I do not like word control because, now pay attention what I'm saying, because the moment we say control, it's more often to suppress something than identify it and let it go. So control is suppression. Letting it go is a liberation. So these sort of antonyms to each other, right? Suppression, control, no, no, no. But no, wait, let's watch. Let it go. There's a difference. So when we try to control, it tries to sit in us deeper, deeper, deeper. It's going to come out someday. But when you watch it and do not attach it, do not register it, do not embrace it, especially the negative emotions, the emotions we do not want, the memories we do not want, the images we do not want, we just look at them and we let them go. Meaning, we do not let them win us, we win over them. How? Not by suppressing, not by control, by watching them and letting them go. Okay? I know this is all theoretical. We'll come to practical part. Just go with me for a few more minutes and then we'll open up for discussion. So now you might ask, so then what is the purpose? So when the thoughts come to your mind, what do you do, Sujan? So here's the answer. Like I said, when you have these thoughts coming at you, you watch them in their totality, right? The complete wholeness of your consciousness, the content of your consciousness or psychology, the things. And at the middle of the psychology is our images, our memories, the remembrance we had, right? It is sitting at the center of all this. We are surrounded by it. We are just revolving with it. What if we get rid of it, all this consciousness we have collected for so many years, right? Consciousness, we cannot get rid of consciousness. We can get rid of the things collected in consciousness. The content of the consciousness needs to be clear, right? So we're not trying to get rid of, delete memory. We cannot do it. We are letting go of what psychologically we have collected over the time. That is the source of thoughts coming at you. And even before we were born, the way the brain is made, it has tendencies to distract us. It has tendency to say, no, I'm going to distract you. That's what it's called monkey mind, right? Varkata. That means monkey. This monkey wants to do stupid things. And that's why we distract. So what can we do? We cannot do anything. Can we stop the ocean? Can we engulf the ocean? No. Same thing. Even it looks small, it has a tremendous history for millions of years. So what I'm trying to say is, observe it. Observe those thoughts. Do not fight it. Because the moment you start fighting with the thought, you start registering another melodrama in your life. That becomes part of your history again, and then you'll have to deal with it. Brain is registering every single thing as we move along. We are moving along in space and time. Time, as we move along time, there's a lot of things that are recorded in our consciousness. And we want those things to record which are good for us. That's what we're talking about. Now let me give you one example and we'll open up for discussion. So for example, we all go to Brazosport. In Brazosport, if there is a lake, very quiet lake, one of us throw a small stone into a lake, right? It creates a cascading waves. Now, one of us say, no, I want to control and stop those waves. We put our hand or we throw another stone. What happens? The cascading effect of two wave sources, and now they're cascading with each other, more complications, right? So more effect of waves. What we want, less effect, but then we created more. When we close eyes, when we start watching our thoughts, when we start fighting our thoughts, we are throwing a bunch of stones in a quiet lake. That will create a lot of thoughts, and it will be unending chain reaction. So instead of throwing stone, You wait, you watch. Everything happening with us, within us, and outside us has energy, has time. It comes and it goes. When the energy dies, it dies. Same thing with emotions and thoughts. If we wait until that, wait until it dies, we can actually let go and we win without creating another melodrama, without throwing another stone, without creating another formation of waves that will cascade and create another melodrama in our life. And I sincerely hope that at least some of it made sense, what I'm trying to tell, and it's not just words and theory. Before we leave after our discussions and questions, I want you to have at least one most important thing that we learned today. Feel it. Take this home, put it on the table, and don't say because it has been given to me by Sujan. Don't say that, no, I'm accepted because everybody has. Say it because I tried it, I felt it, and man, I feel much better. And then only try to implement and see how it helps you. With that, I hope I didn't kill you all.
Not yet.
Yeah, Sundar or Ajay?
Yeah.
Hi, Sundar.
Hi, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Can see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good. I'm glad you could join, and now we can see and hear you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, we can also start the discussion if anybody has question further, anything. But I can start with that, Sujan.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing meditation, pranayam since long back.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a different time. This is a different time. I had not practiced since maybe more than 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
almost 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I recently started back, and as you said earlier, when I started again, restarted, it was too much, like
Mm-hmm.
too difficult to even concentrate for a second because there's so many things like going around, coming back. It's like going like, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
Then recently I started settling down, accepting, come, no problem, come, no problem, all the thoughts, all the thoughts, all the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Then I developed my own way of, I don't know, it's bad, you say it's suppressing or not, but I started each breath,
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. Each breath, I value what I have. I'm happy. Each breath, that's are the 3-4 mantras which I keep on chanting in my mind, always and always. And that has helped me a lot.
Good.
Since 3-4 weeks, I've developed that after accepting all the thoughts.
Very nice. See what you did. So this is what was happening, what you did, right? This is the thing we explained. Instead of fighting with the thoughts, just like the river, we all do it. Our normal response to any situation that comes at us is to struggle, right? Is in this case we just don't identify that struggling is causing more melodrama, meaning resistance. So resistance is a proper word. So you said instead of resisting, I want to try something else, and then you realized, though it might sound very weak solution, that in fact is helping. So the power of observation, it has been also proven in quantum physics when you observe through the slit experiment that those are particles which are going through it, and at the end of it, when you watch it, there are two situations. One, You don't even care and you don't watch it. The wave and their motion is different, and there is a formation of some technical words I don't remember. But then when you even think about it, I'm not saying you want to watch. When you even think that you want to watch those particles at the end, photon creates light. The pattern of photons is changed. This is the fact. This is science. This is physics. So the power of observation has proven to have so much depth and energy. When you observe and let the other energy factors which are distracting you, let it die and disappear, you win. Instead of playing with it and resisting, it will increase in its energy and become us. What you chose to do is let it go. But thanks for sharing. Anybody else? Great story though.
So Sujan, is there a focal point that you concentrate on? Because most of the times we hear that there has to be a focal point that you need to concentrate when you are starting to meditate. If yes, then how do you even do that?
See, Jay, you asked an excellent question. I'll tell you why. Everybody is trying to help you or help us in a more simplest way, right? So instead of saying, digress yourself and stay away from attacking those thoughts and instead focus on something else. That's the only play behind it. So it doesn't matter what you, now you know, it doesn't matter what you focus on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It could be focal point or anything. What they're telling you is circumvent what is trying to catch you. That's the only point behind it that I'm aware of. Because more energy we put behind it, more we will try to resist because we already know it's troubling us, right? And negative emotions, more than positive emotions, consume a lot of our energy, consume lot of our negativity. Just like anything. So for example, in any nation, if there is a struggle going on and there is a festival going on, the spontaneity of festival is going on, or if there is a looting or some kind of things going on, right? Which one would cause more negative emotions? Which would demand more energy of, exactly same way. When in our consciousness, there is some kind of our memory, our past, that is going to ask for a lot of energy from our body. Our body consumes energy to sustain our life. And if there is a negativity, and if we don't learn a means to circumvent, let it go, and then we don't make a melodrama out of it, we get power to watch it while it dies in front of us, and then we move forward. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. There's another question, like you said that there's negative energy and positive energy, correct? So how do, like you say, you gave an example, right? Fine, but in our lives, let's say in our lives, we've gone through so much, and how do you define and how do you realize the thresholds of negative energy coming, and how do you balance them or even them out?
So you're asking, how do we identify if it's positive or negative, number one?
Yeah.
How to say it? So the best example is, so body is a projection of mind. This is the direction, this universal direction. We know it. Whatever is in mind, it will come on body and it will come in action, correct? So when we understand that direction, whatever we feel on our body is already manifested in mind. That's where the negative or positive energy has been decided. Now, how you feel on your body can give you a telltale sign of is it a positive energy or negative. For example, a big celebrity went through from India, just for example, went through a JFK first time. Okay, the big celebrity in India. First time he came through, and he had been asked to completely screen himself before he can enter United States. Just an example, right? Port of entry. Now, well, when he had been approached by so many people, he will be like, oh my God, who are these people to screen me or profile me or ask me 10,000 questions? Do they not know I am such and such? Just an example, anyone. So when you have that thing coming to us, you know this is not coming from good place, right? We are not different. We are all same. This is just to share an example. But then when you let it go and you accept as it is, you become spontaneous. That's a positive. That's a festival. The spontaneity is the coin word. When we feel that spontaneity in and out, we are not interrupting the flow of positive emotions from inside out, which is the only direction in this universe of emotions flow. Though the triggers are outside, the emotions are always created inside. And the only flow of direction of all these thoughts and emotions are always inside out. So when we realize this direction of emotions, it's liberating, because then you know I got nothing to worry about who troubles me, who bothers me, what bothers me. That makes sense?
Yep.
So that's one example you would know. And the other opposite is spontaneity. You are bindas, you are like, bring it on, that's fine. I'm okay. It's coming from the source where nobody can challenge it. I am just myself. I am not worried about what people say. I will take on feedback and move on. And I'm not affected by flattery either. I'm right in the middle.
Got it.
That is coming from very good source, which I call real self, which is beyond mind and body. Anybody else? Thank you, Jay. Very thoughtful.
Sujan, I have a question.
Sure.
Now, many times I've been doing meditation for long, but only thing which I've tried all ways of meditation, guided meditation also and non-guided meditation also. But most of the time I felt that if it is a guided meditation, I'm totally into it. Okay, I feel liberated. I feel so nice. After that, I feel light. And I have done it for 20 minutes. Maximum I done it for 20 minutes. So where somebody, either Deepak Chopra or BK Shivani or Robin Sharma, is taking you on a meditation journey, and they are actually guiding you, and you are actually rising with that, and your mind is
Hold on.
with that.
Somebody's noise is coming in the background. Oh, it's yours. Okay.
If my mother was working.
Go ahead.
No problem, sir.
Go ahead. That's all right.
So yeah. So but when I go and do so I tried meditation many times on my own also, but I don't enjoy that non-guided meditation. So does it make a difference that we have to look at only non-guided, or is it okay to go for guided too?
Absolutely. See, it's about feeling, right? What you feel and how you feel, it could be personal to you. And just like Jay said, if focusing on one focal point to go above and beyond, circumvent these thoughts and reach that place of equanimity, then that's fantastic. There is no problem. But what needs to happen in meditation, based on my experience and reading and study now, that after we circumvent with all these thoughts, we shall be able to ask ourselves a question and look at the totality of our images and memories in a whole. Like, for example, do we know what is there in our garage? What things do we need? What things we don't need? We know that what are the things are in our closet. Do you know the things that you need? Do you know the things you don't need? So the moment you know what you things you have in garage or in closet, you gain a confidence that you know it, right? But I'm not trying to distract. Your question was to, either way is fine as long as you go to that place.
And enjoy it and feel that feeling, whatever.
Exactly. The feeling
Especially, if you feel light after that, and if you feel that, you have like relaxed.
Mhm. Very good. That means you have gone on to that second level. The first level is we start breathing, right? That's our
Yeah.
voluntary start, number one. Number two, we do it enough that your body starts taking over the breathing. Meaning what? The breathing you started has started helping your body to calm the engines down.
And I think other thing that I would like to share, and you maybe I want to add to it is,
Sure.
I also have done, and most of the time I do when I'm little disturbed or something, sleeping meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go and lie down and I put a light music and a guided meditation that is especially for sleeping, and I don't know, I go into sleep like a baby, and then that automatically ends and I don't even know where I've gone. And that I really enjoy.
Right. That's very nice. But Deepak, I'll tell you one thing. Our mind is wired to be supported with something all the time, right? This is just our human nature. Could it be watching at something, engaged with something? That's how our mind is. And there's a sense of security. There is a sense of support, the sense of dependency that I can rely on it, right? So music or laying down, all these factors are helping you to rely on it. The most scariest thing we are all afraid of is to be with ourselves. And some people are ready for that, some people are not. So that's when, this is where that decision lies. Are you comfortable being absolutely with no noise, just natural noise around? Or do you need some other help, excuse me, to support yourself to get to that level? And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just giving you the structure behind why we
Sure,
are,
absolutely.
right? That's all. Any other?
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, I have a question.
Sure.
As Jay said, that many of them have been suggesting to have a focal point, right? So focal point basically is to divert all which is bombarding towards you.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
Is it good to divert and then do the meditation, or accepting it and then reach to the level where it doesn't bother you or make you restless or distract you?
Good question, but that's our ultimate stage we want to be. So if we are taking, for example, Deepak ji or Jay, or anybody who is taking a small step towards this journey, and if they feel lost, if there is no music or some kind of engagement with focal point or music or guided meditation, they are welcome to do it. There's nothing right or wrong. But then what actually needs to happen, just like I said, the deepest meaning of meditation is we shall, I don't like word should, we shall be able to have conversation with ourselves, right?
Oh yeah.
That's our ultimate goal. And when we have that conversation going on, there is no music, there is no focal point. The conversation with yourself itself is a music, is itself is a focal point. So you play good music then. When you have a good talk with yourself, you are in alignment, and this is serving the purpose. You're close to your real self. And real self is nothing but, does that make sense? You wanted to add something, Namita?
Yes, it's a funny thing. When you said that, I was so happy. I thought I've gone mad. When I started talking to myself, why did I do that? I should have done this. I mean, that kind of things. When you start meditating and
Right.
lots of things keep coming, you like analyze yourself. I mean, it will happen, but you start thinking, talking, and doing things like, what if I would have done that? I would have avoided that. I thought I'm crazy thinking and talking to myself.
No, but I think so. Don't, either way, don't push yourself too hard. It's okay. You are achieving at least something nice than before. That's the critical point. And if you have that going for you, that's beautiful. And slowly we will transition to saying, okay, now I'm by myself. Now I can handle whatever thoughts are thrown at me. I found a way to really circumvent, but then actually watch it. I'm not running away, or I'm not running into it. I'm not fighting it, or I'm not running away. So stand down, standing down soldier. You are there. What they do? Observe. How observation helps? By creating enormous energy than any other energy which is trying to distract you by mind and by body. This is the conversation we are having with ourselves. And then you ask yourself a question. What is the baggage that I had been carrying so far? What are the things those are consuming the most energy from my past? When you reach that level of conversation, you start talking to yourself, inner self, and then one day you will find there is a difference between the past we have been carrying, the vacuum. And when you see the vacuum, you will automatically start seeing enormous possibilities. That's the whole point of meditation. The thing that we feel in a shower, when we get high with the external drugs or something like that, that is the moment we want to create, which will support us throughout the day, which will not create another side effects, right? All these external effects, the external agents, alcohol, sex, or that can form habit, that can take us to wrong path. Then meditation can go such a deeper level without any side effects and with so many amazing benefits that creates a backbone of your happiness as you move forward, the equanimity as you move forward, and the ability to have a clear demarcation of not carrying your past and moving into or living in the moment. Eckhart Tolle said, now and here is the only time we have. There is no such a thing as future. There is no such a thing as past.
Absolutely.
Right? We cannot keep a name of an unborn child. Can we have social security of unborn child? We can. Can I talk to my dead grandpa? No. Yeah, I have memories, good memories, bad memories, not so good memories. Having all that, letting it go and moving on to a new chapter, creating a vacuum is the sole purpose of meditation. And it is absolutely possible.
Mr. John, I have a question.
Sure.
I'll tell you, my problem is I was quite involved with meditation, and because coming from a family which is a Radha Swami family, my problem is as I've gone through those issues in my life, whenever I used to sit for meditation, I could not handle it.
Right.
So I literally gave up. I don't do that anymore
Right.
from last many years.
Right.
I think you talked about you let things go, but I think my whole emotion was so strong, I could not handle it.
Right.
So I do not know how to go back. I don't know if you had some inputs around it.
So the other thing which is misconception about meditation is to only sit down and meditate. But when you have this process going on in your mind, that what is that bothering me? Or what is the content of your consciousness? So content of consciousness is just a fancy word for what memories you have carrying so far, right? What past you have been carrying so far. So you are questioning yourself, and when you build a power to watch it in totality, you are already in a deeper state of meditation. Does that make sense? When you ask yourself this question, that Amit, which one is consuming the most energy that happened with you in the past, and how you can let go? How can I observe? Even if you don't meditate, mind is still working. Thoughts are still coming. You are still either resisting or accepting, right? We have to all understand, no matter if we meditate or not, this state of affair is still going on, right? Our kidney is working, our heart is working, our liver is working, so is our mind, so is our interaction. So regardless if you meditate or not, your dialogue with these thoughts, your past, your emotions is ongoing. So even if you are driving a car, and if these thoughts comes to you, and you say to yourself without closing your eyes, that why these thoughts are coming, or let them come. I'm not going to fight with them. I'm going to stand my ground, look at it until it dies down. And it has become strong only because we have made it stronger. When we keep saying that it is the strongest emotions I had, we are making it more stronger. We are throwing more stones in the river. We are creating more cascading effect. We are creating more chaotic response demanding area in our mind, which will need more force, more energy, and more melodrama. Does that make sense? So first thing I would do is not to say that I have strong emotions, then we are doing it, we are adding it strength to it. We need to add strength to ourselves, saying, I'm watching you and I am laughing at you, even personify. One of the book I read, I forgot the name, a long time ago. In that book, the author says, even you personify these thoughts. Say, look, there goes this bad guy again. Look, he started acting up again. So personify these thoughts. Think as if that person is next to you And when it starts creating all these distractions, like that crazy, I know this person, the Bob or whoever you want to name it, XYZ, there he goes again. He started his job again. All you can do is just let go. All you can do is neglect it. All you can do is just say, you know, whatever it is, that's fine. Observe it and say, it's fine. I know who you are. I know you would be doing this. And I have chosen not to fight with you. So then you will start to, you'll begin to see the opening slowly, because you are buried so much that under this, it's, of course, it is made of real events in your past, but you also piled a lot of these things in your mind that has created extra pile. So now our faith about getting over is so dim. When you start sloughing off all that things, you will start seeing the light. Until that moment, keep saying, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna identify myself with you. This is another big topic that I didn't mention yet, but for the sake of time, I just want to make sure. When the moment this is another dimension. The moment we say this is me, we get into trouble. What is me? The me is the real self, not the mind and the body, right? Sadhguru says all the time, when you close your eyes, you say, not just Sadhguru, the ancient folks all over the India, right from Mohenjo-daro until now, they have taught us to say, you are not mind, you are not your body. What does that mean? That means the events happened with us, that does not define us. We tend to say, because the mind distracts, the mind creates this distract, it's very catchy. We try to cling to it because we feel secure. The things we have with us for so long gives us a sense of false security. That's why we cling to it. That's why we don't let it go. People who want to know why they don't let go their past, this is one of the reasons as well. Because like I said, our mind cannot work completely empty. It needs something to cling on it, to feel secure. This is the nature of it. This is how it normally works. When you understand that, you will start unclinging those things and say, you know what? I know your game. I will let you play that, but I will not swelter myself into it and create more melodrama. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
But, and keep going. You will find the movement is, even if you find it for even 30 seconds, you will know I was in that place and now I want to explore more. So,
Okay.
any other questions? Thank you. Thank you, Amit. Very thoughtful.
Anybody would like to say anything or ask anything or discuss anything?
Yeah, me.
Yes.
No,
I never
electrical engineers cannot ask questions.
See, I never did meditation, but I want to learn meditation. So, is there any good resource in the internet where I can go through those classes, the meditation classes, and then practice? Huh?
We are
Sujan does the guided meditation.
today. I was gonna do guided meditation, but I mean, I do guided meditation myself. But what I can do, I have a link what I have created in the past. It's also in the common area of our Telegram group. There is a link.
Okay.
Yes.
Link. So I have done, like Deepak ji was saying, I have done it Top to toe scanning, relax your scalp muscle, your facial muscle, your no music, just the scanning. See if that works. Otherwise, we will have our own guided meditation session to see how your experience. But like Amit said, you might find yourself in that situation, which is absolutely normal. That's what's supposed to happen first. You might feel like this is not helping me. In fact, there are a lot of thoughts. In fact, I am seeing more clearly what I had been going. One example I'll tell you. Somebody asked one guru in Himalayas that I left all my life and came here, so I feel peaceful. But I've been here for last 6 months, and I'm opposite, and I'm not peaceful at all. So the guru said, I'm not guru at all. I'm just giving you an example. So the guru said, you were sitting in a dark room with the crocodiles, with the bats, with the snakes. All I did, I gave you a light. You were in a dark room. Now you know that what you had been carrying all your life. That's why you're scared. That's why you're like, oh my God, freaking out. Which is not. That's the first phase, right? That's why I said, don't resist all this. You just watch it. Make sure we let it go. Don't fight it. Find your own path to stay away from this. Observe it. I'm not asking you to run away. Observe it. Identify it. Have courage to know what it is. Don't be afraid. Stand your ground. And the act of observation will give you a tremendous strength to go above and beyond. Is it crystal clear?
Very much.
So I'll send that link in the group as well, Sundar.
The group, yes.
And try it, and we will also meet one more. We're gonna meet several times. This is just our first session. We will have a lot of sessions from other people as well. So Shashi, thank you, Sundar. Good.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful. It was nice listening to him.
Yeah, it's always so good to listen to him. And we have more sessions coming up. Him, Sandeep, and Tina too. And I was talking to some NGOs also, and they have agreed to come over and share their services and things.
Yeah, it would be
Any
nice.
other questions? Ramila,
Yes.
any questions?
When I try to meditate, I like so many thinking, like so many thoughts come in my mind.
Does idli sambar come in your mind?
Sorry?
Does idli sambar comes in your mind?
Yeah, idli sambar and
I know it comes in my mind.
Really?
Yes.
And I have to pay that bill. I have to go there. All the appointments, all those bill paying things, all those things come in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel so tired and I'm like, I just give up,
You did not give up. You actually accepted what it is. You stopped fighting it.
Right.
You said, this is the reality. I better not run from it or not fight it. And you saved yourself a lot of energy. That's what you did.
And when I wake up in the morning and I try to do meditation, and I feel so sleepy. I feel like I'll sleep, So it's not happening with me.
Well, give yourself some time when you wake up, when you are completely awake, then try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, the whole thing is, when we are asleep, our mind is completely calm, right?
Right.
So now we keep trying to keep that calmness of mind even after we are awake. That's the goal.
Right.
But we cannot go to sleep.
I feel so sleepy. I'm like,
Pramila,
how people do that?
Pramila, coming to your situation. I
Yeah.
catch 6 o'clock bus in the morning to go for the work. Okay.
Yeah.
So my exercises and meditation starts at 3:45 in the morning daily. Earlier it was so difficult. Now if I don't do it, I don't feel good at work.
Oh. So practice.
Yes, it is difficult. Initially, lot difficult. Not just
Right.
little bit, but lot difficult.
Right.
So I just dreamt of meditation does not count.
It's the same thing like Pramila said, for me, meditation, my brother used to suggest me go for meditation, do pranayam and all. But somehow, whenever I did, it didn't work for me because I was also thinking so many things at the same time and never being able to focus it. But music did help me because I'm a music lover, and somehow I related to that. My stages were like, I was very angry in the beginning because my husband passed away, and I started listening to sad songs and all, and that worked for me. So somehow I came out from that, my grief like that, so that worked for me. But as far as meditation, I guess I need some guidance for that, and I think Sujan, you were a good guide.
We laid out, thank you. We laid out some small steps today, but Sundar also needs it. So what we all do, we all can try next time guided meditation session, right, Namita? For all of us. So we know what to do, how you feel it, then just scanning of body. All we do is just close our eyes, do a scanning of our body from top to toe, relaxing each muscle at a time. And you just feel that, even watching the distractions we have, you are already an advanced step of meditation. When you watch that body is trying to distract me, the mind is trying to distract me, you are already in the good state of meditation. It's the right path to go, So all I'm trying to do is push you to go a little further, keep going. Feel that you don't feel like that, and then you feel that, okay, now I can clearly see this is distraction created by mind, this is distraction created by body, and I'm not both of them. That's our goal, right? Anyhow you can achieve that goal. In ancient wisdom methodology, Eastern methodology, meditation comes to the first, the top. So there are different types of it. You can try. Pranayam is the most important one because by breathing, we can indirectly regulating our heart and all the visceral organs. Visceral organs are the organs in chest and in our abdomen. Mainly heart and your stomach and all things are absolutely falling in place to achieve that homeostasis that can be achieved with breathing. That is the importance of pranayama. I think these basic concepts are clear. Now at least going into it, that what is the mechanism, what happens when you are meditating, what we are not supposed to do, like not to fight, observe, take as it is, accept it, and move forward. By doing so, the energy will die down of all those distractions, and your energy will be utilized to move forward. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Sounds good.
I think anybody has anything else to say or ask? or else we can.
Call it
It's
a day.
almost time. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And I feel it. I feel the energy. I feel the connection that we all have one consciousness. I can feel that you are here with me. I can literally feel it. I can feel that you're listening to what we all are trying to say. I can feel it. And that's a really great feeling. Oneness, everything is one. So thank you for being here, spending time with us, asking important questions, sharing your story. It's very, very empowering.
Yes. Thank you all for joining, and thank you, Suzanne, for your time and sharing your knowledge with us. It really helped us all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you,
Yes.
Sujan. Have a good night, all of you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jay.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.